Hey everybody, Wolfie here. Had a thought. Dang about mosquitoes. Anyway, I had a thought. For those that are just starting out or wanted to start out with any type of homestead or wilderstead, which I stole that word from some people I know up in northern Ontario. That's what they've named their homestead that they're building, and they're doing a very good job at it. But anyway, anyone that is considering any type of, especially a wilderness type homestead or small off-grid cabin of any type, I'd recommend, if it's possible, put in a root cellar. These things are a godsend when it comes to keeping stuff safe and from not going bad, especially during the summer. It helps insulate in the winter to keep things from freezing up too badly. It'll take you on a quick little tour and show you the updates I want to do to mine. Tour down the little trail here. Now this is the north side of the hill, which is an advantage to having the root cellar here. I got to brush out my little trail here. Now it's dug down into the ground. It's down there pretty good. It's close to 5 feet at the back inside, and well, obviously with the slope of the ground it needed lots of fill and lots of work. But I gotta redo the door here. We had some damage over the winter. The framework broke out, so I've got to fix that up, and I'd like to do a good 2x6 or 2x8 frame for the door to mount in. Maybe keep it up off the ground a little bit during the winters. Less chance of it freezing solid into the ground. We've got a nice little stone step going down into it. That took me some work to move that thing in here. Now, I'm not sure how well things are going to light up in here, but as you can see, it's pretty good size. We have the log roof that my dad built when he dug it out, and it's all lined in heavy plastics around the top and above the log, like log framing. Now it's also got steel roofing over it, and I've been trying to get it buried in. I'm hoping to have that finished this year, get it all covered completely, and get some grass and stuff growing over it so it's solid. But back inside we have a vent pipe that goes out, and as you can see, it's just dug out sand walls, like earth walls on it. Some stone reinforcement where the sides had to be built up to suit. We've got our coolers down here. This thing does absolutely amazing for keeping everything. Last year I put a big block of ice, about a quarter of the big block of ice out of my 50-gallon water drum, and into this cooler down here, and that thing stayed until it was the later part of the second week of July before that thing was finally melted off. But for future plans for the root cellar, we'll get the tripod set out here. Ooh, that's crooked. Okay, what I'd like to do is finish digging out this wall here and reinforce this wall a bit more along with the back wall. And I'd like to build an actual framework, like wooden framework wall in here, and like frame the whole thing in all the way around and make it a little more stable, like long-term wise. The idea should have been done when, like, if you're going to dig one from scratch, you should frame it in and stuff like that ahead of time. Cement walls work great in them, and it could be used as a bunker after that. But I've got some more digging out to do. Got this section here that's got to be dug out. Sorry it doesn't show up that great, and in this back corner I got to square it off, and then I can start with the framework and wall pieces. Now they're going to go right up to the roof, obviously. Frame it all in solid with some heavy plywood sheathing on it, and then backfill it between it and the rough part of the wall. Now the floor in here, we'll get the camera turned around here, hold this tripod back up so it's easier to maneuver. The floor in here, although you can't see it, is all flat rock, like flat topped rock, sunk into the ground to give a solid floor into it. Right up here towards the front, I've still got to do some of the stone, like the flooring stones. We'll back out of the root cellar here. That would be this area here where the leaves and stuff still are blown in. But yeah, this is the basics for what I have for my root cellar. There's been a lot of work and more work done to it, and that's what the future plans hold for it. I'm hoping to get a good part of that done this summer. At least definitely the framework for the door and stuff will be getting done. I already have the lumber for that. I'll close down the door. Back up here, see if I can get a decent view of the whole thing. That's about the best it'll be, I guess. But yeah, that's the root cellar and the basics for the root cellar. And hopefully the future upgrades for the root cellar. Wow, I said root cellar a lot there. Oh, trying to get back up the slope here. But yeah, we'll get it all buried in, get the updates done. As you can see, lots of stone got moved into place here. The back section of going up to the peak is all filled with rock as well. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching. Till I see you all again, everyone have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.